What's up, Comicbook.com? Happy Thursday. It's almost Friday. Welcome to today's Comic Book Now. We got 5 top stories in the past 24 hours. We're talking Justice League Dark. Got 2 big stories from that film. We got the highest paid actor in the world. We're talking Civil War and Captain America Civil War and Avengers Infinity War. We got a little bit of Walking Dead scoop. And we're talking about Captain Marvel's director situation. First of all, let's dive in. Comic Book Now. Ron Perlman. I talked to him this morning because yesterday it was announced that Doug Liman was going to direct the Justice League Dark movie. Now, this movie doesn't have a release date yet. Guillermo del Toro is producing, and a little while back, rumors surfaced that Ron Perlman had been cast in the role. Now, earlier this morning, Ron's made a few waves on Twitter calling out Marvel, saying that he's going to get the call from them whenever they're ready to step up their game. So I called him and I was like, hey man, what's the deal? What's going on? Are you cast the Swamp Thing? Are you joining a Marvel movie? And he said that all this talk of Swamp Thing is just nothing more than an urban myth internet noise. So for now, we're going to have to squash those rumors. Ron Perlman has not been cast in Justice League Dark. Obviously, we thought it might be true because Guillermo del Toro worked with him on Hellboy. We thought they might reunite since del Toro, like I said, is producing Justice League Dark. But no release date on this movie. It's coming up soon. We only have producers and a director in place for now. No Ron Perlman. So, next story. The highest paid actor in the world is The Rock, thanks to the millions of The Rock's fans. He made $64 million last year. He starred in San Andreas. He has his own TV show, Ballers. He's producing pretty much everything. But he made, that $64 million is just $2 million ahead of second place. Jackie Chan is in second place, and if he would just make Rush Hour 4, he would make a little bit more money. It might be number 1. I might be the only person waiting for that movie. But rounding out the top 5 was Matt Damon, Tom Cruise, and Johnny Depp. Interesting Johnny Depp. What did he do? Alice Through the Looking Glass? Didn't really make all that much money, but he is a very expensive actor, so he probably made a pretty good bid anyway. Next up, let's talk about Captain America Civil War and Infinity War. Yesterday, I had a long chat with the Russo brothers, the directors of Civil War, The Winter Soldier, and the upcoming Infinity War movie. And I said to them, look, Captain America Civil War is probably my favorite movie of all time. How in the world do you go into Infinity War and make an even better movie, if that's possible? So they said they feel the pressure, they totally see it, they put pressure on themselves, but at some point they step outside of that pressure and they realize they have to prioritize the storytelling, they have to prioritize the narrative through characters, and they do a lot of intense script work with Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely. So obviously they've done a really good job of that through 2 movies so far. They can balance action and characters and ensembles and all that, but Infinity War is going to be a whole new beast. So the way they have told me, the way they've described it to me is the culmination of the Marvel Cinematic Universe to date. Yes, that means the Guardians of the Galaxy are going to join, the Avengers are going to be there, possibly the Netflix characters. They wouldn't say it, but they did tell me that the X-Men won't be there. There are no conversations being held between 20th Century Fox and Marvel, at least that they're aware of. So the X-Men won't be in Infinity War, despite Scott Derrickson saying that Doctor Strange opens up the multiverse, and we all kind of freaked out saying it might happen. Well, it doesn't look like it's going to happen, but guys, I think Infinity War is going to be crowded with so many characters as it is. We should still be super pumped, because I know I am. I don't think anyone's going to complain. Let's get to this next story. The Walking Dead. We have a mystery character revealed. Jenny. See this scene right here from the Season 7 trailer? Yeah, that's Tara hiding from somebody. Now, who is she hiding from? Maybe it's Jenny and her group. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's the Whisperers. Probably not. But in any case, there is a scene that they're filming on Jekyll Island in Georgia on a beach. A corpse is seen in the tidal pool. It's like half a corpse, really. A lot of people are speculating, spoiler alert, that it's Heath. No confirmation yet. Nobody has a real solid grounding on that, but the Spoiling Dead fans are kind of saying they think it's Heath for some reason. This is episode 9 that they're filming out there. Tara washes up on the beach, and a group finds her, and the group is Jenny, played by Sydney Park from the show Instant Moms. You might remember her. And after they revive Tara, because she's pretty much lifeless on the beach, she runs off when they're not looking, pretty ungrateful for their saving. Maybe she knows that this is a bad group. Maybe this is the group that they were casting the leader for, that Breon 30s, 40s, poker face type character a little while back. No word yet, but I do know, I can tell you they were filming a scene in open water. This is not from Spoiling Dead fans. This is from me. I can tell you they were filming a scene out in open water, which is probably going to be about episode 5 or 6 would be my guess from what I know, and that we're going to see what the situation was that put Tara and Heath and whoever else she's with out at water and then ultimately led to them washing up on shore in the first place. I don't know. What are they going to go to Virginia Beach? They're set in Alexandria. I don't know how far they are apart. geography wasn't my thing. The Gambit movie has lost its director. This movie seems to be maybe a little bit of a mess. It got pushed back. Now it lost its director. We'll see if that movie even happens to begin with. But that said, Captain Marvel on the other side has narrowed its director search. Nikki Caro, Leslie, these are tough names to say, Leslie Lanka Glatter, and Lorraine Scafaria. Okay, guys, pronunciation. Sorry, I tried. Cora is known for her Whale Rider movie in 2002, which got an Oscar nomination. Glatter has directed episodes of Homeland and Ray Donovan, and Scafaria has done Seeking a Friend for the End of the World, that Steve Carell movie, and The Meddler. So those are your choices. Well, actually, they're not our choices. Those are Marvel's choices as frontrunners for the Captain Marvel movie. Still a few years out, but we know Brie Larson's going to play the role. She'll probably make the debut in Avengers Infinity War, but then she'll have her movie in between there, bridging the gap between Infinity War sequel, which, by the way, the directors told me would be, if they had to make up a title for it, it would be Great Lakes Avengers. Totally a joke. Not going to happen. Let's see. We got any questions? If you guys have questions, drop them in the comment section right now. I want to get to your questions and talk about whatever you want to talk about. And tomorrow we're going to go through all the tweets. So tweet using hashtag CBNow when we're done here with your questions. I'll go through them. I'll pick all the best questions, and we'll get to them. But let's see what we're talking about in the comment section here. Civil War was overrated, says Michael Sistak. I'm going to have to disagree with you. I think it was truly epic. That movie was, I mean, I don't see how you make a better movie than that. It had so many characters, and the Russos, the way they dive in and realize that every different character is someone else's favorite, and they give them their own arc and their own importance and make them feel important to whoever. There might be one person in the theater who likes, I don't know, Scarlet Witch over everyone else. And so they make sure Scarlet Witch has a really thorough arc throughout the film, which I think is super important. What do you think of the new Flash outfit from the Justice League trailer? I'll tell you this. I was on the Justice League set, and I got to see Ezra Miller wearing the costume about this far away from me, and I thought it looked awesome. Now, I know a lot of people are worried about this whole wiring setup and like the Injustice look of it. I'll tell you this, guys. Having seen it in person, it looks so cool. There's nothing to worry about. The only thing, my thing, is that the helmet looks kind of a little bit odd. I think I like that part of Grant Gustin's version better, but from the neck down, even the back of the neck looks awesome. It's got like this little layered setup so he can move around. I think the Flash costume looks great, and when we see more of it in the movie and in future trailers, I think people are going to agree with that. I think most people already agree with that. Good morning, Dustin Kane. Thanks. Any news on Flash or Arrow or Berlanti shows? Joey King had that first look earlier this week as Magenta. That's as far as I know right now. I think there's a little bit on the site. Go to ComicBook.com. Check it out. I think we have a few stories up there. And the Arrow. We had our first look at Chad Coleman. He was Tyrese on The Walking Dead. We got a look at him as the gangster Tobias Church in a new preview yesterday. So you can check that out. There's some Arrow news for you. Will the Game Master fight alongside Thanos or over? I think you mean the Grandmaster. I think that might be an autocorrect. Jose Luis Jara. I don't know if you're referring to Jeff Goldblum's Grandmaster we're going to meet in Ragnarok. I don't know if he's going to be a part of Thanos' story. I think Thanos might kind of stand on his own and have like his group of like space pirates that are going to totally take Earth. That said, he might need a little help, but once he gets that gauntlet, he's not going to need any help. He can snap his fingers and destroy a city. So I don't know if the Grandmaster will play that. I don't know how they'd get along. You know what I mean? Let's find one more question. All right, when's the Doctor Strange movie coming out? This isn't the last question. It's November 4th. When will you be at New York Comic Con this year? Yes, Roberto Garcia. I will be at New York Comic Con. Our ComicBook.com team will be out there. There will be a bunch of us. If you see us, say hi. Thanks for asking. Can you tell me something about Spider-Man Homecoming? It's going to be really good. I know a lot about that movie that I can't share yet. So maybe we'll have some scoop up on ComicBook.com by the end of the week. Stay tuned. That's all I'll say. Spider-Man Homecoming looks really good. Robert Downey Jr. has a bigger part than I expected. That's all I'm going to say. Is Doctor Strange in Thor Ragnarok? If you're referring to the image we saw of Thor holding the 177A Bleecker Street note, then, I mean, that's all I've got. I'm hoping to get on that set by the end of next month, hopefully get a little information on that. But I would have to guess yes. I think Thor's the only one who knows about the Infinity Stones among the Avengers, and he's looking for somebody who knows about this interdimensional stuff, and who better than the Sorcerer Supreme, Doctor Strange. Come to Western North Carolina. Would love to. South Carolina's my favorite place in the world. Who's my favorite comic book character? That's going to be our last question. My favorite comic book character is Nova. I really enjoyed the Sam Alexander run. I know. That's silly. but I enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I would love to. I cannot wait until we see Nova become part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe one day. Hopefully they cast it right. My phone is right here. Marvel, I'm ready to go. But no, I'm really excited to see Nova in the MCU. I think whether it's Richard Rider or Sam Alexander, whichever one you give us, I'm totally on board. I'm even ready for a Nova Netflix series. That's my favorite comic book character. Hero, villain, it's either Negan or Thanos. I'm big on both of them because they're super powerful villains, and they have like some weird logic that you can kind of get behind. Even if you don't agree with what their goals are, you can understand their logic. Thanos is crazy and wants to serve death, and Negan just wants to survive and rule everybody, so like, whatever. Relatable, right? All right, guys, that's all we got for today. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to talk more, hit me up on Twitter, @BrandonDavisBD. Make sure you're following Comic Book on all social media, Comic Book Now, all that good stuff. We'll see you tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern.